We are two guys, one cup.
Hey guys, it's Charlie here, and we are days away from the start of a new AFL season. And here is part 2 of my season preview with the footies, Broden Kelly. All right, okay, moving on. The mighty bloody Hawks. Let me just tell you, Broden, I'm a bit older than you. Growing up in the 80s,
Yes, you are.
seeing what the Hawthorn Football Club was and where the Saints were, we were the Mr. Glass to their Bruce Willis. We were the Joker to their Batman. Like, they were everything that we wanted to be. All our weaknesses were their strengths. And I grew up admiring the Hawks. And even in the modern era with their three-peat, couldn't really hold it against them because I'm like, what a fucking sporting club. But now I hold it against them. I'm like the majority of non-Hawthorn footy fans where I'm like, fuck these guys. They're too good, too often. They can't, like, how does culture work where you just tail off for 2 years, you get a new coach in, he's a fucking cold-eyed assassin, and suddenly you draft the shortest player in the draft. He turns out to be one of the best forwards going around. The only thing that Hawthorn don't have going for them is Will Day's body. That's the only thing holding them back right now.
Yeah, totally. I think, have you seen any footage of this fucking Dingley Village shit? This new complex?
No.
Oh, man, it's infuriating, right? On a couple of levels. Is one, they've got the Prime Minister down there going, yeah, we help pay for this. We're so on board. We love the Hawks. Like, meanwhile, Melbourne is literally training in, like, the car park of Amy Park. Like, and also, like, we're made fun of for driving, Casey Fields, so far away. That's so shit. And Dingley's like fucking half an hour from Casey, and it's so clever of Hawthorn, so genius that everything's reframed with Hawthorn to be a positive, even if
because it
it's
fucking
Seaford.
works out.
It's Seaford. Yeah, it just works out.
We had Emma Race on this pod when I did the summer series, and she's a big Hawks fan, and I was saying to her, like, how has it changed your mentality barracking for a club that always wins? She's like, oh, I just think life's great. Anything's possible. You don't have to worry because things always work out in the end. I'm like, fucking hell. Like, if my father had just picked the brown and gold team instead of the red, white, and black one 70, 80 years ago, I'd be so much happier.
There is a genuine, growing up in your teenage years and having your team either the thought of being like 14 and having your football team win a grand final. Can you imagine that, Charlie? Like,
no.
that would affect your self-esteem in a huge way.
Imagine them winning 3 in a row.
Yeah, you don't want to be that person. You genuinely don't want to be that person.
Well, I wonder, is it a bit like this kind of, this Epstein elite class, where just normal pleasures just don't do it for them anymore. They've just got to get sort of weirder and more twisted to sort of feel anything. Is that Hawthorn fans? It's like, 1 premiership's not enough. We've got to win 3. Otherwise, we can't feel it.
I think they could be on the list, yes. I think that's to answer your question, yes. I think the speed with which they bounce back. And also, do you remember the fallout of the sacking Clarkson for Sam Mitchell? That was scandalous shit, right? But it was the absolute right decision, and that sucks.
Oh my God, yes. I know. They just don't make a mistake. What is the biggest mistake Hawthorn has made? Like, well, apart from, the racism stuff, I guess that sort of sucks.
That's it. Like, that's horrible off-field shit that they've kind of, in a very Jeff Kennett way, just gone, nothing to see here. We what's gone, like that, definitely.
Yeah.
But as far as on-field performance, they've just been, even in they were classy when they were shit. Like, they were a classy developing team. They were, we lost again, but it was a good loss, and their fans showed up and were respectful, and
But do you know how, like, last year, was it last year or the year before? Maybe the year before, 2 years ago, with Ginnivan and Chol and Watson, they've got this kind of entourage, sort of like
they do their little
quality.
dances.
They do little dances and secret handshakes and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, fuck these guys, but they're so good. They'll be top 6 for me. Okay, Sam Mitchell. Will
Sam Mitchell.
Will Day's the captain. Is that right?
Woo.
Yeah. Who else would it be? No, maybe he's not. Sam Mitchell. Luke Hodge. And,
I'm trying to think of who their BNF would have been last year as well. Maybe
Hardwick.
what's his
maybe?
name?
No.
What's his Jai? Oh no, yeah, it's Sicily, right?
Oh.
Isn't that Captain Sicily?
Oh, Captain Sicily. Yes, of course. How could I forget? And the little midfielder guy, the rookie listed dude, who's
Jai
now
Newcomb.
Newcomb. Yeah, we're going to say that, James. We'll lock those in. Newcomb, Sicily, Mitchell.
Jack
Gunston, of
Gunston.
course. Well, that's another fucking Hawthorn thing. Jack Gunston is 70 years old. When I saw Jack Gunston lining up for Victoria, I'm like, at some point, Jack Gunston got to his fourth premiership medal, and he was in his late 20s. He's like, well, I've had a good career. things are probably going to taper off from now. And now he's fucking leads their goal kicking, one of the best and fairest, and got to play for Victoria.
Infuriating.
Let's move on. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm so angry. Okay. Well, let's talk about the D's. Now I'll do the guessing because you know this. Their coach
I
is
honestly
Adam.
don't know who won our BNF. But yes, sorry, please go on.
Okay, so your coach is Stephen King, the writer. Because when it comes to horror shows,
bloody oath. Set up.
Max Gawn, best captain in the league.
Great.
Speaking of people who are going to be hampered by this new ruck rule. And your best and fairest, who? Okay, let's see. Jack Viney. Well, Jack Viney got 3 votes against the game when Nazaya won it. So
I think I remember who it is now, but also I'll let you go.
Is it one of the usual suspects, or is he more of a under the radar kind of?
Think the most boring pick you could do.
Max Gawn.
Yeah, I think it's Gawny.
Okay, can we see? Yep,
Yeah.
You're right. How many is that has he got now?
I think Clary and Petrarca and those types would have picked it from him for a fair while there. So,
Okay.
but he is for the last 15 years, he's our best player. And even in the times when when Petrarca and Clary were playing their best, he is always in that kind of, not Dacos exactly, but he's just always consistently fantastic. And I'm just so rapt he's still at our club because he's so good.
Yeah. And you got some new leadership with Jack Steele coming in. That'll help. When you messaged me over the break to ask what were you getting, I said, I think you're getting a replacement for Clary, just with less issues, because similar, not as explosive as Clary, but he's very physical, very strong, but he's an excellent leader. He's a kind of player that other players want to follow.
We got 2 Auntie Donna fans in, which I'm just so rapt about. We replaced Clary and Petrarca, who I don't think cared for our alternative YouTube comedy.
Okay.
And replaced them with Checkers. Brody Mycheck came to Donna shows before he played for Collingwood.
Really?
And we got Jack Steele, who has assured me that he will watch some of our shit one day. But at least when I bumped into Jack Steele in Osaka, Japan, a year ago, and
I remember.
And he went, "Oh, hey man!" So he from my perspective, 2 nice dudes, and so I'm kind of, that's what D's need more of, is just some good people.
And you also
so
snaffled another Saint in Moose, Max Heath.
Charlie, oh my God, I'm rapt we got Max. He looked so good last week. He's
a good
awesome.
player. We had there's a lot of, Saints fans are very excited about him. He took as a junior, he was a very highly touted junior ruckman. But he took a long time to develop. And in the meantime, we went out to TDK and we got this other young ruckman called Dodson. So it's we didn't want to get rid of him, but he just didn't fit into the scheme of things. And we gave him a few games last year and he was really good. But I think he'll be, because he's a very Max Gawn style ruckman, very similar body type, the way he plays, strong, great kick, good skills for his size. So I reckon he'll thrive at the D's.
Yeah, obviously behind De Koning and Rowan Marshall, but he's the right age profile, and I think he's so good for us. I would hope that they would play him with Gawny just to see how it goes.
Tell me about this Latrell kid. This fucking wheels on Latrell.
So excited. So excited. So he's Cozzie's cousin. He was, what I liked about the drafting of him is, it felt like an emotional pick. And, they just went, nah, the vibe, we've got a vibe with this guy. Like, Cozzy was lobbying for him hard for like a year. And, yeah, so far he just looks like a natural. He's in that preseason game, his kicking he needs to get better at kicking, but he just looked like, sometimes players come in and they just look like they belong immediately.
Mm.
And yeah, the vibes at the D's at the moment are just really great. And I kind of hope that we never play a game, because games are only going to put a dampener on the vibes.
I think I'm very bullish about your young players like Langford and Lindsay, and I think you've got some good players developing, but I think there has to be a transition period, and that's probably going to be this year, which, having said that, St Kilda's been in the transition for 15 years. So I don't know. I'd like to say it's only going to be a couple of years, but
from what I've heard is I think the older players it's quite a game change. And I think anyone who's been there for a while are quite stuck in what was one style, one mode of play for about 4 or 5 years. And that'll just take some changing, I think. But at the very least, when I look at a team like North or any of the younger teams who are still developing, I think we're just I think our on experience in games played, I think we're 5th in the league. So
right.
I think we might steal some and we'll lose some that we should have won. But, I think it'll be a fun year at the very least.
It's not like the Demons to lose a game that they should win.
Oh, mate, I'm on it. Can I tell you a very quick story?
Yeah.
I'm on a new TV show on the ABC called Ground Up, and it's about the
Tassie footy team. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of like Utopia or the Games is the vibe of it. And I play a coach, and I'm supposed to be watching some game footage in a scene, and someone, as I'm talking to someone, and the art department would not just got the Nazaya Wanganeen Malira 5 minutes of footage as to just play in my. I'm like, who the fuck did this? And none of them would own up to it, but it was
that's
pricks.
hilarious. That same flying visit you did to the Gold Coast, that very same day, I left the Actors and I went and had dinner with my wife down in Burleigh Heads, and none other than Christian Petrarca was sitting in the table next to me with his wife. Got into a very expensive looking car with his wife and kids. I'm like, oh, then Christian's spending his money well. He looked really happy, very relaxed. He's it looked like he's dropped a bit of weight. He's not as bullish as he used to look. He looks more sort of like a leaner run and gun midfielder. Okay, let's move on to the Kangaroos. North Melbourne, the Shinboners. Okay, coach Clarko. Captain is
Simpkin?
No, not anymore, because remember he wanted a trade, so he's had to hand that over.
It's Larky.
Nick Suvlaki, and their best and fairest would be LDU, maybe? He had a good year last year, didn't he?
That's nice. I'll take that.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that, James. What do we got?
Oh.
Okay, well, we were right with the first two, but their best and fairest was joint winners. Christian Cherry, of course, great season, and Harry Sheasel. He must be back to back, because I'm pretty sure he won it the year before.
They're number one for good names, though. Cherry, Sheasel, Larky. They're all great names.
Yeah, it really does. They roll off the tongue, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm very scared for North. I feel like Clarko's not the man for the job. And this is disappointing because I got swept up in the romance of Clarko going back to Arden Street, and I thought his press conference was great and talking about how this was the club that took a chance on me, so I'm going to take a chance on them. But it has not been a fruitful combination, and they just haven't improved. They should have. I mean, you look at what they've brought in, and they haven't, and that's got to be the coach's fault, right?
It's like they before Clarko, there was it Reece Shaw?
Yeah.
No, there's someone in between there.
Yeah, Noble, John Noble.
John Noble was their coach.
Yeah.
Isn't he the coach? No, there was someone else, wasn't there?
James, can you just research who the last three coaches of North Melbourne have been? I'm pretty sure it was John Noble. Or is it Tony Noble? A noble man. He was noble.
Someone was noble. But
I think it's in the Canterbury Tales. Right?
It's this compounding run of bad rebuilds, which Melbourne is very familiar with, where, if you're Hawthorn and you have one little rebuild, that's okay to bounce back from. But when it's these compounding runs of bad situations, it just takes so long to get out of it. And the slightest little things, it's like when you get a really bad cold, it doesn't take much to get another cold. But if you get really fit and you're really feeling it, you can bounce back quickly. But it's just they're so young. They've got, Larkey is potentially the best forward in the league.
Yeah.
In my
Can you imagine
opinion.
if he was playing for like a Gold Coast or a Fremantle or Brisbane or something? He'd be kicking like 100 goals.
And good
a
on
year.
him, man. He just went. He would have got all the offers, and he went, no, I'm here. I'm locked in. So that's sick. I love that. I think Nick Larkey's such a good guy for doing that. But
And a
I just
great
hope
impressionist.
Yeah.
So good. His fucking Damien Barrett is unbelievable.
Lloyd.
Lloydo.
When he came on my show, and we got word that he will not be doing impersonations.
Oh, really?
I was like, well, fucking don't come in and fucking all then, because that's what I want you for.
Yeah, I'm incredibly worried about North Melbourne because I don't know where you go from here, because I feel like George Wardlaw looks like he's going to be out for a couple of months. They've fucked his body.
Yeah.
Tassie's going to come in soon, so Kobe McKercher's probably going to go. Harry Sheezel will get a fucking giant deal put in front of him. I just worry. I worry. I mean, I worry for St Kilda. I worry for Melbourne. I worry for all the small Melbourne clubs. But
You're a worrier. That's your problem.
That is my problem. But they just... It feels like it all stems back to that, 15 years ago when they did a fire sale, got rid of all their, the Del Santos and Harveys and stuff, and then they just didn't put any foundations for this rebuild.
There's two sides to it, right? I feel like Brad Scott went, I'm not rebuilding, I'm going for it, and then I'm out. See ya. And there was no vibe from him that I was going to leave the club in a better place than where I found it. That's one way of looking at it, I think, is he just went, I'm going to have a run at here. I'm going to push in with these really old guys. I'm not going to invest in a young team, and then I'm out. The other side of it is he was at a club that he didn't feel like he was getting the infrastructure and support to really go to the next level. So it's Reece Shaw, David Noble before Clarkson as well. So there's just been this run of it's just lower and lower and lower, which is, it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, the funny part of this is, do you remember that Essendon tried to swoop in and steal Clarkson before he signed with North? Can you imagine if they had? They'd be no better off either. Nothing would have changed. It's bottom 6 for me, unfortunately. Sorry, North fans. I know, God, you guys, people say Saints fans are fucking patient, but North, you guys have eaten buckets of shit for such a long time. At least St Kilda has little false dawns and sugar hits from time to time. But, oh boy. Oh boy,
man,
oh boy.
More concerning to me, I have no memory of David Noble at all. I have no memory of him coaching at all.
He was very unassuming. He was like who was that guy who coached the Bulldogs before Bevo? I can't remember him, McCarthy or McCartan.
Oh, yeah.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
Brendan McCarthy. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He was there for 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom 6 for you too, North?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move back to South Australia, to the Peel, the Pair. Why are they called the Pair?
Pair. The Pair. I think it's because you say it like that.
Pair. The Pair. Port Adelaide. Big changes there. Josh Carr installed as the new coach. Ken Hinkley doing the Ross Lyon route of taking his cantankerous coach personality into the media and doing great work. Port Adelaide, similar to, I guess, the Giants, in the sense that they were very close, top 4 for a number of years, and now it feels like, who knows? They could maybe, I reckon they could maybe play finals. They've got enough talent. Zach Butters is still an absolute gun. Connor Rosie's a gun. They've got got what's the face in the back line? The halfback. What's his name? The blondie halfback who signed for 2 years. Anyway, they've got some good players, but whether or not it's enough to not be middle of the road, I don't know. And I have no idea about Josh Carr, whether or not he can.
Yeah,
coach.
I don't trust them at all as a footy club. Like and some people see just what I don't see, and I acknowledge that. But like Zach Butters is really good, and then fresh air. Like
Yeah.
who are you kicking to? Who's your full forward?
Charlie Dixon. No,
Yeah,
I think
Charlie
what's his
Dixon.
face had a good. Georgiades had a pretty good year last year.
Yeah,
He's all right.
yeah.
And Marshall, I think they're putting in the back line. Todd Marshall. So they'll strengthen up there. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like this is a real rebuild year. If Zach Butters goes at the end of the year, which is, probably very likely,
I think he's gone.
like they're fucked. Sorry, Port fans. I didn't know this, but the South Australian Port Adelaide Football Club. Do you know that their
Yes.
motto, which has carried over to this Port Adelaide Football Club, is "We exist to win premierships"? Did you know that that's their motto? Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that either until I had when I did the summer series. I had Ben Buckley's a photographer, big fan, and he was very serious when he said that to me, and I started laughing because I was like, "Isn't that ironic? You exist to win premierships, and you've won one in 30 years." And he's like, "No, but that is
Yeah.
the culture of Port Adelaide Football Club. Excellence.
We exist.
So I think they exist to be the middle of the road for season 2026.
We exist. I think I heard on ABC this morning that they're leaning heavily into property acquisition, like they're buying houses in Adelaide. Yeah,
What do you mean? The Port Adelaide Football Club? Is that a Koshy directive or something?
their business
right.
model. I think look into. Yeah, I wasn't listening fully. I just had the ABC on in the background, but I believe they're buying property.
I think the ABC's been listening to SEN. Oh, they exist to buy real estate.
They exist to get a good little portfolio going.
Yeah. They must have been listening to SEN because Gary Lyon was floating a similar thing. They were talking about how hard it is to keep assistant coaches and the pay's so bad. And Gary Lyon was saying, why doesn't the AFL just buy up real estate in every state to give to coaches so that if they have to get a coach from interstate, they can put them up and they don't have to pay rent for a year while they're being an assistant coach.
This is based on entirely nothing, but the report when Adam Simpson as West Coast coach had a bunch of Hungry Jackses that he also owned, which I always loved that. Port Adelaide has secretly acquired 26 residential properties around Alberton Oval over the past 3 years for a $250 million redevelopment named Alberton Square.
Ah. That's going to be the new Panthers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they want to establish a commercial, residential, and health hub.
Yeah.
So that's we exist to
expand our portfolio.
Put an Anytime Fitness in and a Coles and
we exist to cash in on our franking credits. We exist in negative gear. Very.
How does that work though? Because
motto.
Yeah, doesn't the AFL own each club? I don't understand how it works. But
I thought they're a not-for-profit. I don't understand either. I don't understand anything. Anyway, okay. Port's coach is Josh Carr. Their captain is Connor Rozee, and their reigning best and fairest would be.
I'd say Butters.
Yeah, I'll say Butters too. Thanks, James. Yep.
Bang, bang, bang.
Pretty good. We're doing pretty well. All right, moving on. Tigers, Tigerland, Fighting Fury. A lot of excitement around this team. A lot of youth. Geez, did you see that hanger? That I keep saying it's Lawler, right? He calls it Lawler, even though it's spelled Layla. He says Lawler.
Lawler, yeah.
He took a hanger in the practice match, and it's like
he just looks exactly. It's amazing. He just genuinely looks like Dustin Martin. It's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. They built him in a lab. Do you reckon they kept some of Dusty's DNA before he left, like Jurassic Park style? They just got some of his blood.
You inject it through needles, through tattoos.
Yeah, that's right. Look, fucking sky's the limit. Everyone thought they were going to be shit last year. They won 5 games. Anything above 5 games this year, big tick. If it's 7 games, 8 games. But I just don't discount them at the MCG in front of 80,000 fans. Like, they could beat us easily.
I'm gonna go against the curve and say that they win 1 less than last year. I think there's a bit of I think they're all still so young. It's going to be a holding year
sophomore
of
blues.
Development.
Yeah,
a bit of sophomore blues.
Okay, so their coach is Ooze, Adam Uze. Their captain is the Tank, Toby Nankervis, and their reigning best and fairest winner. Not one of the youngsters. I think it's going to be like a Broad or a
Taranto or a Hopper.
I feel like they're a bit long in the tooth. Who's the? Is it? Do they have a guy? Who's the Western Australian who plays for them on the halfback flank? Broad.
Not talking about Liam Baker, the captain of West Coast, eh?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with not Hopper. He's shit. Sorry, Jacob, if you're listening. I'll go with Tim Taranto.
Sure. Hey!
Oh, fuck, you're good at this. So much better than Will. And with less tangents, too. What might I add?
Wow.
Okie dokie. So you're saying, well, you think less than, so we're saying bottom six, the Tigers.
I think bottom six, but a really charming, attractive bottom six.
I'm going to say fucking middle six. What do you have to win to get middle six? Like 9 games? Nah, bottom six. Don't lock that in, anyone. All right, moving on to the Saints. I, of course, know who their coach captains and reigning best and fairest. Stop yawning. It's your fault we've gone an hour.
I know.
And a half.
I haven't been footy podcasting for 6 months, and I'm out of.
You're blowing up, mate. You're blowing up.
Yeah,
You got to get your tank.
we're doing Sainers. So
Yeah.
Ross Lyon is your coach, but in honesty, he's actually not your coach, and you know this, right? It's
Yes,
actually
yes.
What's his name?
Corey Enright.
Corey Enright is actually your coach. He's the one who is calling
That's
it.
what
And
they say.
That is your saving grace, because Ross is not interested in fast-moving football. So he is.
That is a lie. That is a lie
He doesn't
perpetrated
like
by
it,
the
Charlie.
mainstream media. That is absolutely not true. Everyone fucking says that. We actually played on more than most teams off the halfback. We were one of the fastest moving teams from the halfback. The problem for the Saints is we had no forward line. So it'd get to like the 50 metre and we couldn't do anything with it. So it couldn't get big scores. And everyone's like, oh, they're so down. They're so boring. It's fucking bullshit. Every team plays team defense. Full court
I
press.
just know
Everyone does
I'm
it.
not one of your fancy AFL data people. I just knows what I sees, Charlie.
Well, you see's wrong, and you don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yes,
That I agree.
Corey Enright is, I think, a good coach. Definitely senior coach in waiting. Although I've got eyes on the ground down at Moorabbin, and from what my spies tell me is that he does not. The thing that holds Corey back is he doesn't want the job. Like everyone says, he could do it. The players love him. He's smart. But he lacks that kind of, you know how you're saying Chris Scott and Ross Lyon announced themselves as coaching legends?
Yeah.
He does. He's not that.
That's interesting. You need, and St Kilda do need that, don't they?
Yes, we need, we're all about messiahs down at Moorabbin. Okay, so who are our captains freshly announced? First time we've had co-captains in
Not
quite
Jack
some time.
Steele. Not Jack Steele.
No.
Your captain would. I actually have no fucking idea. One of them midfielders you got. I have no idea. Can you tell me?
A defender and a midfielder, both are veterans. Here's a little hint. They both came off the rookie list. They're wonderful football stories, not even taken in the
Wilkie.
national draft. Cal Wilkie is one of the captains.
And then a midfielder.
Dual All-Australian, dual best and fairest winner. Oh, my God. Plays in the back line.
Not
Beautiful
Stephen
right foot.
Powell. Not Stephen Powell.
One of the many Jacks that has worn the red, white, and black in the last 10 years.
Not Higgins.
No.
Jack. Not Steele.
Sells cowboy hats. That's his thing now. He makes and sells cowboy hats. Models.
Why would that help me? What the fuck are you talking?
You're not on the
Cowboy
Saints
hats.
social media? Okay.
Who is it?
Okay. All right, I'm going to give you a clue in a very everyone relaxed style when I give Will clues. Okay.
Yeah.
His surname, 2 syllables. First syllable to anger God, to go against God.
I feel like with that midnight oil thing the other day with poor old fucking
Gatesy.
Yeah, Gatesy. Against God, like sacrilegious.
Yeah, but just think of what's a syllable that might.
Sin.
Yes, you got that. Sin. Jack Sin.
Jack Sinclair. What a boring Jack name as well. Like I've forgotten it already.
Jack Sinclair.
So
is our
Wilkie and
co-captain.
Sinclair, right?
Yeah, and who's our reigning best and fairest?
Reigning
Should be
best.
the easiest.
Naz.
Yes, Naz. Is that right, James? Tell me I'm right. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
Kane
Saints.
reckons the heat's on Naz, by the way. So,
Yes.
he needs to back it up.
Yeah, because
He's
he's
going to
not.
be tagged every game.
Yeah, that's what we hear. It's funny watching Kane go from. Kane has always been hated the Saints. He's always had a go at us, but now we've won him over. Everyone seems to be saying about the Saints, geez, I love their aggressive recruiting strategy, but if it blows up in their face, then it's like, okay. I think this is the most excited I've been about a season in a long, long time. And it is not just the recruits. I actually think we haven't had a fucking good player, like a Naz-style player since Revolt. Like, we just have not had a player that you can build a team around. And that they literally have built a team around this guy. They're like, once he signed on, they were able to get those recruits. And I just think that the whole look of the team now is different. The midfield is completely different to what, like last year, our midfield was Jack Steele, Jack McRae, and occasionally Sinclair would run through there. Now it's going to be Naz, Flanders, Philippou, Max Hall. Like, we actually have a good midfield. So, yeah, who knows? I don't think this is
I,
our year, but I think we are definitely going to be better than last year. 11 wins or 12 wins last year. I think we should win more than that.
You said, I wrote this down on a piece of paper next to my screen here. You said about 4 hours ago in the first segment of this podcast, nobody hates the Saints. And I wrote that down. I want to mark that for when we get back to the Saints. Charlie, get fucking ready, mate. Like,
Yeah,
you are the Victorian team playing an opening round. You have gone out and you've got some big names. If you start winning early, mate, they are like, you're gonna be, and that's just where you want to be, right? But you are gonna be a hunted team. Like, people are gonna fucking get on board and hate Carlton. Hate you already. You know what I mean? You've got a Silvani, you've got De Koning. Like, they're coming, mate.
I can't tell you how bizarre it is growing up in the 80s to know that there is now a Silvani wearing red, white, and black. Like, the biggest coup, the only thing I can compare it to is we got Alex Jezelenko over to the Saints in like 1981 or 1982, and that was considered fucking like sacrilege. And now we have a Silvani.
Crazy.
Very excited. I am looking forward to sort of seeing, because we only got half a season of Naz on ball, and I just want to see what he can do. Like that from watching the practice matches and from what my spies tell me on the track, the game plan is give it to Naz. That is the game. It's a bit like the Chicago Bulls. Just like, find Jordan, give him the ball. It's like, and even in the practice matches, like they're looking for Naz a bit too much, it's a bit predictable. But I'm just very, very excited to see him go to the next level. I'm going to say we finish middle six.
I agree.
I think we'll bottom end of the top. What is it? Top 10 now. Okay, let's move up to Sydney, my most loathed team. Their coach, Dean Cox. Their captain, that's a fucking good one. They've moved on from Mills, haven't they?
Is it?
Because he kept.
Yeah.
Is it Heaney?
Yes, Heaney.
Is it
and I think, and maybe Errol.
Oh yeah, I'll go with that. And then their reigning best and fairest would be. Is it Heaney again? Or did he have a bad year? I can't remember. Everyone had a bad year at the Swans last year. Gordon was injured for a lot of it. Chad Warner, maybe?
Yeah, I like Chad Warner. I think it's a good shout.
Okay. Cox, Heaney, Gordon, Warner. James? We fucked that up.
The captain is
that's
Callum
our biggest
Mills.
blunder so far. Callum Mills. I thought he stepped down because he couldn't get on the field. James, can you double check that? I think you're wrong. I just double check. I'm pretty sure. No. I'm just joking. I think you're right. I think we're wrong. We're very wrong, Broden.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's talk
Swannies
about
will bounce back big this year.
Mate, last year was an anomaly. We got the league got very lucky that they just had a new coach and didn't know what was going on. But they've taken some names. I reckon the Swans. I reckon they've listened to everyone who bashed them and they're like, let's just come out and absolutely destroy that midfield. Bats real deep. The biggest concern they had was their forward line, and now they've got a dual Coleman medalist who loves surfing. So can't really go
looks
wrong.
Happy, looks energized. Ready to go. They at the SCG, they're gonna dominate, and I think I want them to do well. I want I want Sydney. I want to. How good would it be this year? And this is me as a nationalist. Brisbane firing, Sydney firing, Fremantle firing, Crows firing. That's sick.
I've
Like
always
that,
said about you, you're a white nationalist for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's what we need. We need every state have one team that's just selling out every week and kicking ass. So that I think that'll be cool.
Oh, look, football is better for having a good Sydney. It's just that their fans are just unbearable. They're the most entitled football fans going around. It's like I said, Sydney fans are Sydney, the city, which is like they love a winner. They'll turn up to something when it's gone well, but as soon as like they go off the boil or whatever, see you later, bye bye. And I just
I love how teams hit certain people, and I love how like you've hit this canal where I can see your face changed when we started talking about them, and like I just have not. I have that for Geelong. Like I just
can't
hate
abide.
Geelong. Oh, cannot abide it. But Sydney hit me quite nicely. But the games I've been to at that stadium, it blows my. Maybe because they're just so otherworldly to me. They are so good looking as a fan base, and they put music on and they dance and people are dating.
Sushi. You can get sushi from like the kiosk and stuff.
It's just so otherworldly to me to see an AFL game. Because I'm used to Dogs, Melbourne, 1:10 Sunday afternoon, 14 degrees, wet.
Yeah, a twilight game at the SCG when the sun is setting over the stands, and and then you can walk up to Oxford Street and get a beer at the Light Brigade just after. Like it's incredible. But it's my interactions in the last few, because I lived in Sydney for 10 years and was loved the kind of Paul Roos horse era, no dickheads policy, Buddy Franklin, all that. But then I just started talking to their fans and being like, oh, a whole generation of Swans fans have come up not realising there was this South Melbourne era or this shit Sydney expansion team era. And all they have known is success. They're entitled. They're the fans I can't get on with.
Yeah, no, I hear where you're coming from.
All right. Top 6, maybe premiers. Who knows?
I love them top 6, yeah.
All right, let's go to the other end of the ladder, and it's the West Coast Eagles. Well, you helped me out with this. I had no idea Liam Baker was their captain. Their coach is Minnie McQualter, Andrew Minnie McQualter, ex-Saint and Lion or son, I can't remember. Liam Baker, captain, reigning best and fairest winner.
Yeah, I would say maybe give it to Liam Baker again.
Ryan Gimbus.
Oh, yeah, Jimby. I know Jimby might be.
I just made that name up. Was it Ruben Gimby?
Jimby is the co-captain as well. They've got 2 captains.
Okay.
And then who left? Oscar Allen might be their BNF.
No, he didn't play virtually at all last year. He was injured, wasn't he?
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Best and fairest.
I would say Liam Baker.
I'm going to say some bloke we've never heard of, James.
Yeah.
Liam Baker. And you're wrong.
Who the fuck is Liam Duggan?
Liam Duggan. Never heard of him. He doesn't play football. Are you sure he's a captain, James? Nah.
Because he's got the long, curly blonde hair.
The Western Australian hair.
Yeah, he's got a. Because I saw. No, who the fuck? I thought Jimby was a co-captain.
You sounded like Jake the Mustang. Who the fuck? Oi.
Yeah.
Who is that? Liam Duggan.
Well,
I'm looking up as well. So, all right, here we go. We're both on our phones. We're both looking up. Who is this guy? He's got a mustache in this photo. He's good looking.
At the Cup day the other day at Marvel, they had Jimby holding the cup, so that's why I assumed he'd become captain. But
he might have been over here getting rehab done or something. Sometimes they don't send him over.
I think
how
they
many
did
games
some
do you
really,
reckon
really...
Liam Duggan's played? Just if you had to guess.
400.
200. He's played 200 games, and I have no idea who he is. He's a fucking premiership player.
Yeah. That's on us. That's on us.
Man, Vic Bias, kick a Vic.
I think they actually recruited really, really well. They got that guy from Brisbane who I really, really like. Defender. I always forget his name. Starcevic. They got
Yeah.
Starcevic. I think he's really clever, and I think they did other few clever little moves. And I think that they will actually surprise people and push off the ground. I think they'll be bottom 6, but they'll be top of bottom 6.
So who's bottom then? North.
North, Richmond, maybe D's. I think Port might bottom out. I think, yeah, and I reckon Collingwood are down there too. To be honest, I reckon they'll be 5th or 6th.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay, last time we're almost there, Broden. We've done it. You and I.
Did it,
we
man.
did it. We did it. We did it. Okay, Western Bulldogs. Coach Luke Beveridge.
Did
Captain,
you hear his song he wrote? You and Will need to get into this in more detail in the year, but he's made a song and
okay.
He wrote it with someone, and you need to hear the fucking song.
Okay, we'll definitely get to that at some point this year. Bevo, Bontempelli. Now, look, let's just take a moment. Marcus Bontempelli is such a gift from God to football fans. I don't think there is a player I like watching more. Just his combination of athleticism, grace, and skill, his leadership. That State of Origin match, it's like you've got a ground filled with superstars, but your eye was drawn to him. There was something about him, like everyone talks about aura, but it's Marcus Bontempelli. And I know, look, awards don't mean anything, and everyone knows he's a great player, but I want him to win a Brownlow, and I think this is the year it has to happen. I don't want these umpires fucking around, giving it to someone else. Give it to Marcus Bontempelli. Like, he deserves it. We need to acknowledge him as the greatest Bulldog ever.
So they've just announced that they're changing. The umpires will now get key statistics to influence their voting.
Thanks to fucking the Nazaya game.
Which I think was correct. But I think they've done that entirely because Bont doesn't have a Brownlow medal. Because
it has to be. I mean, I imagine it's like, here's the stats, and also a little note at the bottom saying, give at least 2 votes to Bont. He deserves it.
You idiot! You stupid fucks. Because but I'm actually going to say the BNF last year, just to be crazy, is the Ranger. I reckon the Ranger won it.
Oh, Ed Richards.
Yeah,
I reckon that is probably accurate, and I'm gonna go with you on that one.
Yeah.
And look, we finished strong. We started strong. We finished strong. Now, Kane Corns, who I believe I reckon he's trolling Bevo, because he keeps talking about how good the Bulldogs are and they've got to win a flag, and anything under than that is underachieving. But apart from their back line, he's got a point. Like, I've heard you talk about this on your pod before, where they just have a team full of amazing midfielders. It's like they just either gifted through father sons or just recruited just a bunch of super skilled midfielders who are quite tall as well. But what they don't have is that big kind of Harris Andrews style wrestling defender. But if they can just go all out attack, maybe they can win the flag just by like outscoring everyone else.
They didn't get anyone, did they? They didn't get a defender. That's all they needed.
They tried to get Cal Wilkie.
And they didn't do it.
You had a look.
Yeah.
I saw Damien Barrett was like, I wouldn't give I wouldn't leave the captaincy to Callum Wilkie. He took a phone call from the Western Bulldogs. I don't know, Lordo. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. I as I sit here, it could be because we're an hour 45 in, but I feel nothing about the Bulldogs. But
feeling nothing.
Like, I feel I'm like, they'll probably rise, but I still think I wouldn't rely on the Darcy. The story of them is the Darcy brothers. This is the Darcy brothers era, and I don't know if you can rely on them just yet. I think
people have gone very early on Sam Darcy, haven't they?
He's when he's on, by God, like him and Max King in the or Ben King in the Big V team. I was like, okay, no, these are the guys. He has arrived. But I think I just don't know. I maybe he's due for a bit of a quiet year while in his development to be the guy. But yeah, I think their defense is weak more than anything. Like they needed to. So I think they could. I reckon they might be finished similarly to where they did last year, where they're in the play-in, whether it's 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11?
Yeah,
No,
I mean, I've heard
7,
you
8, 9, or
describe
10.
the Bulldogs in the past before like they're like a team of poets, They just they're creative. That's what they do. They're sort of so fun to watch, but they don't have a lot of that defensive discipline. But I don't know, man. Like maybe it's because I'm friends with Will, but I romanticize another flag before Bond has to retire.
Fuck. I just realized, you would have a large doggies audience. I need to go harder. Yeah,
No.
I think. I think.
No.
No. I'd love to see Waitman come back. I feel like it's a do or die year for Waitman. He's missed so much footy. I
Too
want to
busy
see
doing
him
his bloody
do well.
artwork. He's doing his
Oh, yeah.
murals and shit.
Yeah, that's something I've missed this AFL in the off season is being convinced by the news that some sort of footy player's art project or music project is genuinely good.
No,
That's
it's a
what I've
fashion
missed.
line. It's a fashion line.
Yeah.
They're releasing T-shirts. I saw Isaac Quainer was walking a catwalk somewhere.
Yeah. Oh no, he's doing a perfume. Or like, Rankin's actually a really good singer. It's like, yeah, well, we just closed like 48 live venues in Melbourne because no one goes to music. Any chance of putting like a good band on a fucking television channel soon, or are we just going to listen to Rankin do Ed Sheeran? Or what are we doing?
All right, so where do we put the Dogs? Top 6. I'm going to say top 6.
Just.
And we did it. We fucking did it. Broden, thank you.
I'm so proud
much.
of us.
We did it, and we did it without one David King impression. So to sign off,
well,
should we do a little David? Let me. I've been listening. Have you been listening to Fireball?
I've listened to a few episodes here.
I've
checked it.
I'll tell you what.
Can I talk on
Kane?
Before we get into King? Sorry, just to not to.
Yeah.
He's getting very confident. He's like, he's really feeling himself now.
Totally.
Like he's really, Fireball has affected the molecular breakdown of David King. Because I know David King on 360 doing stats, but now there's this kind of open mic Kingy coming out.
It used to be 80% stats, 10% banter, 10% jokes. Now I feel like it's swayed into like 50% stats, 30% banter, and 20% jokes. And I'm not feeling the humor.
And my impersonation is going to reflect this shift, just so you know.
Okay.
So you want me to go?
Okay. Are we both David King or am I doing Kane?
Okay, you've just opened up something to me. Yes, we are both David Kings talking to each other.
Okay. Kingy, mate, I'm very excited about this season going forward. But I want to ask you a question. Are the Gold Coast the team to beat?
Well, great question, Kingy. And I was recently at Crown Casino, did a beautiful spread for us, beautiful bit of abalone. That situation, I thought,
Abalone,
by God,
at abalone.
No,
so you're a fisherman,
put on a spread. I thought heading down to Melbourne a little bit later on today. They're going to need to do good work because I'm a funny guy now. I've lost my Kingy entirely because I'm trying to find this. He's doing little quips. He's doing little.
But that's why I think you need the Kane to pick at him and him to fight. It's the original Odd Couple thing because Kane sits back and why Kane is not. I can't talk Kane at all.
Kane sometimes when he's commentating sounds like Kermit the Frog, and I can't figure out why. I can't do it.
Why would you sign a guy 8 years? 8 years. That is the worst contract ever offered to anyone.
We've got to start looking at the way Collingwood are putting together this list. Because
I know, I can hear it. You're there. It's good.
We've got to start looking at the agenda set. We've got to start looking at the why.
We've lost our minds. We've been going too long. But look, you got your King impression. I know that's what everyone was hanging out for. We'll time code it in the show notes. Just skip to the end of the episode.
My God, man. My God, man.
Broden, thank you so much. We'd love to have you back on the show at some point. Hope the D's have a great year. Enjoy watching my man Jack Steele and Max Heath run around.
I'm looking forward to this year of everybody relax, jumping between you guys having a banter and then, the harsh jump to some sort of sincere conversation with a comedian, on a philosophy. I'm ready for the feed.
Well, you just like Broden, everyone should stay subscribed to the Everyone Relax feed. And you know what? Maybe balance it out. Bit of Fireball Friday, then come over and see what Two Guys One Cup are talking about. So it can
See if you
ease
can
into
acquire
the
that.
humour. But until then, well, I sign off by saying I forgot what my sign off is. Play on, not 15. What do you got?
Bounce that pill.
Little footy-loving dickheads, dreaming about a Premiership Cup. We love our clubs, but they never win. 2 flags in 100 years. That shit house. If you think we'll be insightful, clever, or just well researched, we're here to say that's not the case. We'll just go out and wing it. We are 2 guys, 1 cup.